Hello, everyone. Uh, Good morning, everyone. Joining for another session. Before I introduce our guest speaker, let me give a quick introduction about myself. I'm Kishore Ramaraju. I'm based out of Houston, Texas. I'm an IT consultant in CBEL Salesforce with over 20 plus years of experience. I'm also a financial consultant. Uh, If you need any help with kids' college savings, investment diversification in real estate, stocks, or any other different investments, I can help you. And also, I'm founder of this Indian Desi Friends group, where we have over 30,000 members in 30 plus cities across USA. We also have groups in Canada, Mexico, UK, in addition to these 30 plus cities. So, one of my passions from childhood is to share the information, share whichever I think is valuable for others, for our community. So I used to create a lot of blogs. I used to create a lot of uh, knowledge sharing articles in my office, or whenever I go to a city, I used to create something like, okay, what are the top places in those city where everybody can find something. So because I used to work for Wipro for around 10 plus years, I used to go to each city. Whenever I go there, I used to create a document, and whenever some of my colleagues come later, they all used to use the document, and it used to be a great a cheat sheet for them to complete all their tasks to settle down easily. So with such type of passion or hobby, I created a lot of Facebook groups. I created these WhatsApp groups. I'm the founder of this with this friends group. And as part of this, not only sharing information on WhatsApp, we also do these various webinars and seminars which are helpful for our community. I organized over 200 plus webinars in various fields related to education, immigration, taxation, with a lot of doctors, investment strategies, business opportunities, new technologies in IT, meditation, a lot of things. Especially in the current situation, everybody is so much panicked about the COVID situation or Corona situation, right? Wherever you see, everywhere it is a lot of negativity or a lot of fake messages, a lot of unnecessary messages, which creates more panic, right? If you open TV, if you open Facebook, WhatsApp, everywhere we see those this many people died in New York, that many people died in New Jersey, or that much what that happened in Seattle, which we cannot control, right? Only thing is we have to see how we can prevent ourselves and see what best we can do in this time. Spend a better time with family or learn something, complete any task which were pending since long time, use the time effectively. So that's where I thought like this is the best time where we can educate or where we can have some valuable sessions for our community. And we organized around 11 webinars in last 3 weeks, right, related to how to control our mind or how to build wealth in recession, what is Bitcoin, college admission process, how to get into elite colleges, some discussions with uh, Harvard students or Austin University students, how to prepare for SAT, ACT, what are these AP courses. Like this, we had a lot of useful webinars, and hundreds of members appreciated all those webinars. uh, and we have a lot more webinars in pipeline, because we may have to maintain the social distance until next 2 or 3 months, or minimum until end of May or June. As of now, it may extend further also, but instead of panicking about it, let's use the time effectively. We have few more webinars today. We have one more webinar at 6 p.m. CST on Scrum certifications, right? This is one best time where we all can complete those certifications. Especially current job market is you need to have more and more skills to be competitive in the market, right? With so much layoffs going on, all those things, it's better to build your resume with more and more skill set. So there is a webinar on why we need Scrum certifications, what are the various Scrum certifications available, because all these companies are going towards agile methodology. So if any of you are interested, you can join at 6 p.m. CST on the same Zoom link. Then another, right, another two sessions after planning this session, I thought like Definitely Python, data science is something which is growing so quick, right? Everywhere you see video games, robotics, all those things. So I thought this session will be definitely connected with those. So I arranged two more sessions today. One is fun with Python for kids at 7 p.m. CST, and another session, data science with Python for jobs, right? Because if you are in QA, BA, such type of fields, the billing rates are going more and more down. So we need to again equip with latest technologies. So again, there is another session on what is the importance of data science, how everybody without lot of technical experience, anybody can get into this data science. You can learn Python. So there is a demo session today on data science. Then we have another session on real estate investments on 4:15 at 8 p.m. CST. We have another webinar on a primer on college essays, how to write college essays, what are the tips, all those things by one of the most experienced college counselor, Mr. Raj Kamal on 4:17. Then uh, take charge of your mind, right? That is what we all need to control. We should not get into negative thoughts. We should not feel anxious, or we should not feel depressed about anything which is happening. Either it can be job loss or whatever it is. We all should be strong. We all should be positive in this time. So I am. We did one session where 300 plus attended, and many members who missed that session requested for one more session on this meditation, or how to control our mind, how to control so that we are not thinking about something negative. So we have another session on next. Actually, it is 4:19. There is a typo, but yeah, it is on 4:19 exactly next week at same time. And also we have few more concepts or few more sessions which I am trying to get the time with the subject matter experts on advanced concepts of Bitcoin, options trading, forex trading, how to read the charts in stock markets, all those things. If any of you want to learn something new, right, I can, because I have this huge connections across USA, I can talk to some of the experts, I can get them onto a webinars. So we all can learn something useful for us. So you can always email me on kishore.ramaraju@gmail.com, or you can message me on my, you can text me on my phone number 832-867-8808. And also all the feedback for this session or any of the previous sessions, please share those things. So I can, right, when I share with Siddharth or when I share with any of the speakers, right? So we had speakers like Apurva, Jatin, right? They were kids, 18-year, 19-year kids. They came, they shared, they spent their time sharing to all the kids about different techniques, tips, how to use for SAT, ACT, right? They are spending hours of time. So you spend your 2 minutes, 3 minutes and share that feedback. So they feel happy, they do much better things for the community with your blessings and best wishes. So now it's my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker today, Mr. Siddharth Srivachav-Pilli. Uh, Mr. Siddharth, he is a 12-year-old coding wonder. He is a son of Mr. Raja Pilli and Priya Manasa Gudipati. Both Raja and Priya, both of them are working in IT. They are software engineers, but they are not in the data science, right? So don't think like they are in data science, they know Python or those things and they train their kid from their childhood. It's not like that. They are not totally away from data science. And we all should be proud that an Indian, he is the youngest data scientist in Asia. And he got that honorary position as a data scientist at Montagan Smart Business Solutions in Hyderabad. Some of the hobbies of Siddharth: playing basketball, reading articles towards data science, and doing coding. He is passionate about supervised learning, reinforcement learning. He was born in Tenali, Guntur, Andhra Pradesh, but basically brought up in Hyderabad. First to fifth grade, he completed his studies in Delhi School of Excellence. In sixth grade, Beaumont Heights Junior High School at Toronto, Canada. And seventh grade, he is currently studying at Sri Chaitanya Techno Schools in Hyderabad. And he wants to become an entrepreneur. Once that is his ambition. And I am sure with his skills, with his great inspiration, motivation from his parents, I am sure definitely he will achieve it. and he is a great inspiration, right? Because most of our parents or our kids, they only look at to become a doctor, to become an engineer, right? We most of us just look at some limited career options, but it is great to see that Siddharth want to become an entrepreneur. That is a field where you have unlimited potential to grow for your financially, mentally, physically. That is where we all should train our kids to become entrepreneurs. That is an inspiration for all the parents and also kids. And let us look at some of the slides, right? See like what a kid can do. Any kid with a desire, with some proper actions, with proper support and inspiration from parents, you can see how many articles like Deccan Chronicle, how many articles they published about Siddharth. You can see, right? Siddharth is, uh, right, not only a champ in coding, he is also a karate champion, right? You can see some pictures with the ministers, MLAs, MPs, right? With some hard work, when you achieve something, all the kids on the call can see like how you will be recognized, how big MPs, MLAs, even to get a time with them takes months together. But when you achieve something, they will be ready to spend hours of time. They will be ready to take a lot of pictures with you. They will be ready to take autographs with you. So that's what I want to convey. That is the main reason to request Siddharth and his parents to be on call today, because it is an inspiration for all our kids and also all the parents that we should encourage our kids to do something different, right? Let's not make them again another engineer or another doctor. Let us see like what are their talents, what are their skills, in which what they are good at, right? That is where we can help our kids to grow in a better way in the field where they are more proficient, they are more skilled. You can see how many newspapers, both regional newspapers, English newspapers, hundreds of newspapers publishing about Mr. Siddharth. You can see, right, ministers, big ministers, they recognizing or encouraging, honoring Mr. Siddharth. And you can see workshops or inviting Siddharth to be one of their guest speakers. You can see all the other speakers are like 40-year-old, 50-year-old, whereas Siddharth is 12-year-old. So that's what you can achieve when you do something different, when you try to do something different, when you achieve something. That's the recognition you get across across the community, across the politicians, right? That workshops they are inviting him. You can see, right, his work environment, right? You can see everybody else is like 25s, 30s, 40s, and whereas Siddharth as a 12-year-old, he is supporting, right? He's all his CEOs, they are in a war room, and he's helping with all his coding skills. You can see various pictures, and you can see how you can guess like how he is enjoying his work experience, right? And everybody is learning from him, even though he's a 12-year-old. Everybody is learning from him, everybody is motivating him, encouraging him, taking his support. Even though they are double his age or triple his age, they are taking Siddharth's support, right? You can also see some more pictures here, right? All the news channels, like including BBC, not only local channels, NDTV, BBC, so many channels coming and interviewing Siddharth. And SPs, DSPs, politicians, everybody recognizing Siddharth. So in today's session, right, we'll start with, for any kid success, parents are the first teachers, or they are the inspiration, because kids basically follow what their parents do, right? So we'll start with uh, Siddharth's parents, right? We'll check like how it all started, what he did, how he recognized, Mr. Raj recognized the hidden talents of Siddharth, and then we will basically get on to, we'll talk to our guest speaker Siddharth. And I request kids or parents, if you have any questions, you can send those questions to me, and I will ask those questions on your behalf to Siddharth. Now let me unmute Mr. Raj. Uh, Hi Raj and hi Siddharth. Welcome to our call, and thanks a lot for taking time to share your experiences, to share your thoughts, share your tips to all our community members, all our parents and kids. So how it all started. So yeah, Raj, over to you, Raj. So just I would like you to share how it started, right? How you recognized uh, when it actually started. I know now he's 12 years old, but when he started coding and when you recognized that he has some talent, how it all started, Raj?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, Raj, you are audible.
My name is Raja. I'm the father of Siddharth. My wife name is Priyamanasa. We both are working in the IT field from the past 10 years. Currently, we are working with Capgemini. Coming to Siddharth, when he was at the age of 7 years old, at fourth standard, I guess, he used to ask me the laptop or mobile to play the games. Many times, not more than 4 to 5 months, he keep on playing the games on laptop. One day, uh, more than 3 to 4 hours, he continuously playing the game. He started water from the eyes. So immediately I stopped the games and took him to the doctor. He said he guessed that thing. What happened is he has started mm, some kind of eye disease. So immediately he stopped playing the games or giving him the mobile and kind of stuff. So immediately sight has started. It is close to negative 3.0 something. So 1 month we suffered a lot. We both have no sight for, from my side and my wife's side. So one of my friends suggested that you better not give laptop and mobiles and desktop any kind of gadget. So after 1 month, he keep on asking me, and almost he has addicted to playing the games. So I decided one day, better I'll try to divert his mind to technology side. So in that day onwards, I slowly motivating him by showing him some videos on technology giants like Facebook founder, Bill Gates, so many people. Uh, he started watching 3 to 5 minutes, and he just simply left that videos and asking me my laptop and mobile. So after some time, I realized that slowly, uh, slowly I just want to. All of a sudden, I should not stop giving gadgets. Slowly, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I started giving him, and after that, in my point of view, I slowly motivate him. If you want to learn something different, so definitely your future and your career will be in such a good position. So after a few weeks, I don't recognize him. He's slowly increasing his interest on programming side. One day, I gave him some videos on basics of software related stuff like C programmings related stuff. So after few days, suddenly he asked me one question: how these games are made? This is the first question he has given to me. So that day, almost I sit with him more than 2 hours. I just opened that program backend, what has logics and coding has done, how it has written, and everything I explained. So the same the same day he has started knowing the things, what is going in the background of all these front-end screens. So all that code and programming logics is try to understand and try to learn the technology side. So within 1 or 2 months, he has completed whatever I have provided, the videos of basics of the C programming language related videos, and also I given 2 to 3 books with pictures. So he started understanding and try to write some small kind of programmings on the notebook. So within 3 months, he has written some few programs and try to execute and showing the output also. So from that that year, one fine day, he asked me, please buy one laptop for my purpose. So not now, will take some time being you can utilize my laptop, but not for games purpose. So slowly he's trying to understand what I am trying to motivate him to technology side. So once fourth class is over, he has gained more knowledge on C and C++ programs, and he's trying to learn by his own in YouTube. So in that year, he has learned a lot of stuff on basics of all the C and C++ programs. And the next year, I have planned, uh, let's start with next level of programming side. So in, when he was entered into fifth standard, hello,
Yeah, yeah, Raj, we can
yeah,
hear you. Yeah.
yeah, from fifth standard onwards, he started learning core Java part. For that purpose, I have bought some online courses for him, and every weekend I used to sit with him more than 2 to 3 hours and explaining the videos and programmings and background logic and everything. So after 2 to 3 weeks, he asked me, I understood everything what the course agenda and everything. You better do your work. You no need to sit with me. I'll learn by our own self. So he started core Java. Within 4 months, he completed the core Java, entire core Java, and started. And whatever the programs in the course they explained, every program he is written by his own hand and executed and showing the output also. In such a way, in the span of 1 year, he has reached almost advanced level of Java. So I feel so wonder how this boy has learning by himself and understanding every bit of code and logic. So I spoke to one of his schools. He used to teach computers class. He gave a statement. His IQ level is very high, sir. So I am also not able to understand what he is asking some questions on the class, which is related to computers. So I understood he has grasped everything more than what I motivate and taught him in software side. So from that day onwards, I have much focused on his ideas and plans and everything. I will later will continue. I'll give to Siddharth. He will continue the session.
Yeah. Thank you, Raj. And
Yeah.
definitely, yeah, you are inspiration for a lot of parents here. and you gave some great ideas like how we should engage our kids, because we know that all our kids are busy watching Netflix, watching Disney Plus, watching, playing some games, right? You gave a wonderful tip like how we should, right, put them in a
Yes,
proper way. Or yeah,
yes,
thanks for that, Raj.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
now,
giving to Siddharth.
yeah. Hey
Yeah,
Siddharth, welcome to the session, and thanks for taking time.
my pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Siddharth, like, first share your experience, like how it was when you got a job, or when the company gave a position to you at this age. What was your feelings or how you felt?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't really expect that. Normally the job offer I got is because of my mom's friends. Cousin is actually working at in a company called Mountain Smart Business Solutions. Um, and my mom used to tell about me to her friends, and somehow like her friend passed about me to his cousin. And when he heard about me, he told my father that our company is currently like enrolling in data science jobs and everything. So you can just try and come to my office because the CEO in my office is like really excited to meet me. So like that the CEO invited me to come to our office. And when once I went there, we had like a group discussion on why I wanted to be a data scientist in the first place, about my past and how I reached this stage of era and everything. And after asking the questions, he went up to my dad and told dad, "Hey, we want to conduct a data science interview to Siddharth." My dad was shocked. He was like, "Oh yeah, he hasn't prepared anything yet." But the CEO said, "Oh, it's okay. He's already prepared." And it went on like for like a technical discussion, and then about myself, and I showcased some of my past projects I did using data science like Titanic data set, Iris data set, and some e-commerce websites in which I answered few questions in. And like that, they went up to my dad and said he can stay here for like 1 week, and if it's really okay to do the job and everything, we can talk with the school and everything. So in the 1 week, I mingled with the colleagues with me. I talked to so many people. They were really great for me. They were really great to know at really role is actually learning data science, and it's accompanied by machine learning and AI. So after a week has been passed, I was really I really like the work ethic they were following. I really like what I was really enjoying on what I was doing. And them hearing my words, they immediately said so they met my parents, and then they talked about the job and everything. And once that was done, I got my offer letter as a data scientist.
Cool. Thank you, Siddharth, for sharing that experience. My next question is, like, what was feeling in your school, or how your friends felt when you told them that you got a job as a data scientist at this age? And are they treating you in the same way as a friend, or are you treating in a different way? They are seeing you as a celebrity or something because you are everywhere in all the news channels, all the newspapers.
Eyes. Well, the news that my friends got to know is because once my parents went and told about principal that I got a job and everything, my principal was really happy to know I'm working as a data scientist. In the snacks period, my principal ma'am just came up and told the news that Siddharth is a data scientist. My friends, I'll say like 90% of my friends were reading really nice with me. They were all good, like not nothing like they did say great job, you're a great job and everything. But let's say that 10% of my friends, I guess bullying. I mean, okay, bullying might be a strong word, but um, I, I get in trouble because of them because I have to go to 3 days to school and 3 days to office, and sometimes they be like, you if I don't complete like my assignments, they say you're going to office, right? Do not complete your assignments, and I'll go to I'll see my class teacher once the class is done because of them. So it's all good, but the majority of people are treating me really nice. It's great and all, but just some bit of people may think I'm kind of jealousy or something, but it's all good.
Cool. And Siddharth, there are many kids on the session. So can you
Mm-hmm.
explain them like what is this data science? Can you
Yeah,
give quick overview?
definitely. Data science is mainly, to get it straightforward, it's mainly having statistics and dynamic computing power. Now think of like if many people here are familiar with statistics, right? We are using statistics, some mathematical knowledge, and the computer power, and some domain knowledge on the specific platform to actually have data science. Data science is mainly based on predictive analytics, in which you take upon the past data and use some valuable data insights. For example, if we have like Walmart, and in Walmart, let's say we want to make a survey on saying how many people in the Walmart, you know, are like aggressive towards the the paychecks and everything, or sometimes really love Walmart, sometimes really hate Walmart, and some people below average. So if we want to try get the Walmart customer satisfaction rate up, we have to get tons of metrics like how is the customer feeling, is the customer satisfied with Walmart. If the customer is not satisfied with the Walmart, what are the reasons? We try to track every metrics here, and then use a machine learning model that can match up with these insights, and then we can say then we can come into the prediction part, in which we use that ML model to say, oh, okay, the high stakes on this one are like that. So these are some ways in which in which data science can be described, mainly on giving some detailed insights that can be used for the company, and also used in predictive analytics.
Yeah. Thank you, Siddharth. So other than Python, what else are available for kids to learn related to data science? Did you start with Python or you learned something else? Like, what are your tips or suggestions for any other kids who want to get into to become a data scientist? Because that's where the future is. Everybody,
Definitely.
everywhere, it is data mining, right? So, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So I'll say, instead of normally my choice, when I was starting, Python wasn't like a huge boom those days. When I was starting, the programming languages I know which were a big boom were C and Java. So to get started, mainly my dad is like a computer science engineer, and he suggested me with C programming language. But right now, C is, let's say, a little bit harder, because Java, the syntax is very hard, and C is also a little hard to get. Because when I was done, I didn't know about Python, so I started directly with Java. And once I learned the Java syntax, the Python syntax was really easy for me. But again, it's going to take a lot of time if you want to go C, Java, and Python. So I definitely recommend, if you start off directly with Python, Python is a very interpretable language for anyone there. It's just like reading out English words. So I just starting off with Python is my own recommendation. And then once you're done with Python, you can get started into some statistics and some advanced statistics, like regressions, linear algebra, and all that stuff. And once you're done with that, you can start off with like Amazon Web Services, or learning NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib libraries. So I guess first, having a good grip over Python on in a logical way. The syntax is really easy, if you ask me. So having a good start with Python in a logical way, and also having a good intact with using Python libraries, and some like advanced statistics and linear algebra will can be really worked off for being a data scientist.
Cool, Siddharth. And when your father asked you to stop playing games and start looking at these videos or
Yeah.
some useful sessions, so how you felt and how it started, what sort of videos you watched, and how it changed you got diverted from playing video games to watching some useful videos. How it all
Yeah.
started.
Well, that feeling was well. I used to really love video games. I used to play a lot of Minecraft and shooters. And when my dad shifted my attention that one, I found them for the first few days a little boring. Just watching inspirational videos. Then when I started seeing similarities in between them, on seeing at the age of like 10 they were creating application that started surprising me. The more and more I looked forward into it, the more surprised I got. And then I started watching more inspirational videos to see how at a small age, at a small time, it can be able to change their entire life in takes. That was really inspirational for me. At a small age they're starting, and they grow up to be some great entrepreneurs. So that was really inspirational at the first.
Nice, Siddharth.
Yes.
So one of the members asked a question, right? How are you managing your studies, learning new programming, doing your job? So how are you? Are you feeling stressed out, or are you feeling like you are doing too many things at this age? What? How are you feeling?
uh, yeah. Well, I'm not going to say I'm stressed out, because office is like a playground. But right now it is not, because of like work from home. But I'm still enjoying myself. So I'm not gonna say I'm really stressed out, because my school is really helping me to manage my studies and my office. In which the first 3 days, the Monday and the Tuesdays and the Wednesdays, I go to the office, and the whatever the classes I'm missing in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, my teachers divided it into like 3 day schedule. In if like in the Thursday, the, the Thursday, if I miss something in Monday, they try to teach me that, and also try to teach me what I'm going to be learning in Thursday. So they divide this into some 3 day schedule. They also don't get me too stressed out. And my parents are also helping me a lot to study. And I'm not gonna say studying is a big challenge here. So yeah.
Nice, Siddharth. And
Yeah.
were you like this intelligent, this talented, skillful since your childhood, or it all started right like once your father diverted you to watch some motivational videos, or started asking you to do some useful things rather than just spending time on just playing games? How so? Just I want to make sure, because many people think like, okay, he must be having some special skills from his birth itself. That's why he became that much successful. Because many people, when I posted that you are doing job at 12 years old, everybody were too much surprised. They were, yeah, they were not believing. Many people thought it is just some joke or something. So what do you
Well,
advise to many kids who are on the call now?
yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say it's all because of knowledge. To be honest, there's nothing to do with the IQ here. The main thing I'm referring is doing what I'm mostly interested in. At a small age, I thanks to my father for bringing me such a great interest in coding. Because if I have never tried playing games or never tried listening to the inspirational videos, I wouldn't be here. I think right now the situation is we have to. Many people might think, okay, this guy might be intelligent, but no, we have been given all sorts of intelligence at a young age. We humans are great at. We are the only humans who are great at pattern finding, and we can. There are so many things have been done. Now, even if you ask your kids, it's like they have so much knowledge. They are better than anything in this world. If they can use it in the right way, in the right manners, they can achieve more than me. The thing I want to specify is here is the passion. If you find the right passion and the right interest, anything can be possible. I thanks my dad for finding me the right passion interest on me, for helping me understand on how I started loving data science or Python, or how I'm really connected with coding. If if everyone here can try to try to make their kid do everything, they can definitely find something that they might be interested in, and if they work upon that single thing, anything can be possible.
Wow, that's a great message to all the parents.
Okay.
That's so nice of you, Siddharth. At this age, you have that maturity. Yeah, we
Okay.
have few more questions.
Mhm.
How is your daily schedule? So
Uh-huh.
generally, like let us take out Corona situation, but
Oh, okay. When I was working in my office, the mostly when I'm working in my office, first I try to mainly focus on data cleaning. As a data scientist, data cleaning might be the most important thing to do, and sometimes get a little boring, because data cleaning is just like cleaning off all the misvalued or non-useful data types available, like columns or rows. So that would be a little boring for me, but that's something I mostly do in my office. And recently, in my project I'm working on is to actually make, which also I forgot to mention, I'm working in mountains for the solutions, in which I'm working in the project known as Lead Mirror. Lead, Lead Mirror is a digital marketing assistant, which is used for helping in SEO, like search engine optimization, search ranks, and many more digital marketing tools. And in that application, my job currently is mainly to make the customer buy the product. Now the reasons, if the customer might not be able to buy the product, then we can say the marketing team is doing something wrong here. So my job is to keep some metrics in the websites, and using my fellow colleagues, they built me a JavaScript API in which it tracks all the metrics available in a particular website, like how much time is the person staying in the website. If the person is coming excuse me, if
if you want to have some water, you can take.
no, no, I'm fine. Yeah. So yeah, and if the customer is coming to the the pricing page, and if he's leaving the pricing page, why might he be doing that? And I try to take all of the metrics and then develop some data science. So currently I'm mainly working on data science analytics. I'm still not into machine learning, because as an intern I have to mainly focus on data science analytics, and in future I'll be introduced mainly to creating my own ML models. But for now, I'll be using already available models like linear regression and everything. So once I get the data insights, we'll have like a week, like a monthly or sometimes a weekly meetings, in which I have to discuss on why did this customer come to the pricing page and left it, and things like that.
Cool. One of the interesting questions, Siddharth, as a data scientist, did you read through the current numbers of COVID-19? And if you arrived at any pattern predictions as to when it has peaked and when it will come to normal?
I really wanted. That's actually I really wanted to do that. The Kaggle dataset is also available on COVID-19, but the current problem is, my laptop's charger is not functioning properly. Because of that one reason, I cannot look into the COVID-19 or not being performing any work right now. That's one problem.
Cool. Then there are a lot of kids are very happy. Many kids are saying like they are much older than you and they are happy listening to all your tips and suggestions. And do
Thank
you
you.
have any tips on like how kids can start if they want to learn data science, or what are the sources? What,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Actually, the way I learn data scientist is not looking into courses, but mainly on building, like, excuse me, mainly on building projects, like starting with to improve my Python skills. I looked into some few hacker rank or like hacker these kind of places, in which they help me learn coding, develop some projects. I'd say instead of looking into courses is something like boring, but when you try to do projects, you try to get a good grasping on it. My first project on Python I ever did was making like an ATM in Python. That actually improved me a well lot on variables, statements, and many more. So I guess instead of going to courses, but definitely courses will be needed, because using that you can actually learn more. Instead of buying courses, I suggest on using YouTube tutorials on basics of Python, then develop some projects, look into some articles on Python, develop projects, and keep on looping this and forever. And not more than 1 month, you can just become a Python pro. If you really keep your heart and soul into it, you can learn Python in 1 month. And coming to data science here courses can be really fundamental here, because using courses it can teach you some good choices to make on like prediction and many more. Because if you try to start off a data science project without no statistic knowledge and Python knowledge, it wouldn't work really well. You cannot consider as a data science project. So looking through some tutorials on data science or some websites, I really recommend these articles on Medium called Towards Data Science, in which will really help you make good projects and give some good courses on materials there. So with this knowledge and developing some good linear algebra, mathematics skills, some advanced statistics, and a good programming language and domain knowledge, you can really master data science, or even get started with data science.
Cool. Uh, do you suggest any YouTube video channels or books which will help kids to generate that interest, right? Just like your father did. Are there any
Yeah.
YouTube channels which you can recommend?
Definitely. The first time I learned about data science is actually I learned about artificial intelligence is by viewing a YouTube video by Siraj Raval known as how to simulate AI a self-driving car, in which he uses the Uday City's module for actually generating a self-driving car. When I tried the self-driving car using his tutorial, I was surprised to see. Now, in this mankind, controlling car can be sometimes really difficult. It might have some accidents and everything, but computers are really good at what they do. Now the time has come. They're automating the real life tasks like what do you say? Yeah, like identifying cancer and self-driving cars and many more things. Even the smallest things like Netflix recommendations we get from our Netflix is mainly based on artificial intelligence. So when I saw that video, and I mainly recommend checking out channels like Geomatech, Siraj Travel can really be helpful to get a state of the art look in data science and artificial intelligence. These channels really help me to get curiosity and really excited to learning AI and data science.
Cool, Siddharth. It seems voice is breaking a little bit. Maybe you can
Oh,
also, that's fine, but you can also send me those links and I
oh
can
yeah, definitely.
pass it to all the members who are
Uh,
attending the call. And
should I do it now?
no, you can do it later
Okay.
after the meeting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And from where you learned the Java? Your Raj mentioned that you learned Java initially. So did you learn it from YouTube or you went to some coaching institute?
No. Yeah, can I just mention the story really quick?
Shoot, yeah.
When I was learning data science, my dad suggested me for going to look for coaching centers. So we did went for some demos, but most of the demos I go to, I don't see the people who are teaching data science are really experience it with whatever teaching. So most of the institute didn't work out for me. Even if an institute worked out for teaching me data science, they mostly say, okay, I'm a kid, and they don't accept me. So I didn't really get through the coaching centers. So the most things I learned myself, like Java and data science, which are mostly from online sources like YouTube. And Java was actually learning from this YouTube channel called Bucky Coding Tutorials, in which the person really explains Java, Python, and many more languages really good. And I also my dad purchased Udemy courses on how to do Java, some projects and everything. So that also helped me a bit.
And how your colleagues, right, at work, you are doing your job for 3 days, you are going to school for 3 days. How your colleagues are treating you, because they might be double your age or triple your age or maybe 4 times your age. So are they supporting well? Are they mixing up with you well? I can see in the pictures that they are very happy and they are treating you like
Yeah.
very well. But yeah, share your experience. Like, how is that?
Yeah, the first few weeks of when I went to the office, they were really surprised to know like a 12-year-old is coming to the office and will be working with them for next few months. They seem to be really good with me. They were treating me really well. My CEO was like treating me really well. He guided me through a lot of projects. He helped me, and I'm having a team of currently of 8, including the marketing team and 2 developers, in which who are like mostly on data analysis type of speed, and we really getting along well. If I have any doubts, I clear up with them, and I sometimes recommend some articles, and they recommend the articles. So right now, it's going really great from me and colleagues. They're treating me really well.
Cool. That's nice. And how about your teachers, right? Do they treat you differently, totally differently, and sometimes you feel little different?
Yeah, 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 yeah. It happened. The first week, like in the first like 1 month, even now, my teachers were treating me really different than normal, in which they try to be really nice with me than before, and I used to get really many compliments, and sometimes I felt a little guilty for myself and my friends, seeing how much I'm deserving, and they're not deserving to others. Also, then they were not getting treated exactly, and I used to feel guilty all the time. And that's few situations happen, but you know, everything goes on. They're getting to the normal stages as well, and my friends are being really good with me again.
Cool. Thank you, Siddharth. Again, there are a lot
Oh,
more.
also,
Sorry, Siddharth.
oh yeah, also people are like private chatting me to like send us YouTube links and everything.
Yeah, yeah. You can. Yeah, I will
Yeah,
send to all the members. So
yeah,
yeah, you can send it to me. I will share with everybody who are on the call.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, in meantime, while you send those links, I would
Mm-hmm.
like to introduce one more chief guest today. Uh,
Oh,
so let me quickly introduce our another guest, Mr. Mohan Naidu, uh, one of the great inspirational personality. Mohan Garu has approximately 20 years of management consulting for several Fortune 500 companies in North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. He designed
mm-hmm.
and delivered uh, leadership courses across the globe. And Mohan Garu, uh, he authored a book called "Awaken Your Magical Genius" to awaken inherent potential of youth worldwide. He is
Mm-hmm.
also a founder and coach of Wave Global, incorporated in Texas in 2016, to improve the learning systems. He worked with hundreds of a lot of companies across the globe, and currently he is uh, splitting his time in USA and India, and he is helping
Mm-hmm.
thousands of students to improve their mind power, memory skills, all those things. And I thought, right, definitely in this session, right, as you rightly
Yeah,
mentioned, Mr. Siddharth, you mentioned
yeah,
that every kid can achieve the same thing, right, as long as
yeah.
they have that focus, they have the desire, they have that action. So Mohan Garu wrote a lot of books about the same thing, where he shared the same thing which you mentioned. So I would like to invite Mohan Garu to talk uh, few few things on like few tips to parents and kids here. Welcome,
Yeah.
Mohan Garu.
Sure. Thank you, Kishore Garu, for this opportunity. And first of all, I am beyond impressed with what I've just heard and seen Siddharth doing at such a young age. Although I'm not surprised because I have firmly believed that there is this inherent magical genius that's always there in each child, but
Thank you.
for unfortunately, it stays dormant because a lot of us do not recognize the value and the power of this
Hello.
invisible. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you, Mohan Garu. Yeah, please go ahead.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. So So I'm not surprised with what I have seen and heard so far, because like I said, I firmly believe in the principle that every one of us is born with this magical genius that just needs to be awakened. And therefore, that the title of the book that I wrote intuitively came as Awaken Your Magical Genius. So, what I would like to use this time that I have here is to share a few principles or some insights about you know growing up with these principles myself, and then I also have a couple of teenage children, a 15-year-old boy and a 12-year-old, 13-year-old daughter. So I can certainly relate to how young children today in today's world think and what they go through. So one thing that I would like to address to the parents especially is when we start looking at our children, not who they appear to us currently, not how they appear to us currently, but the potential that they have in them. It is only then that we are able to address that potential. Unfortunately, what happens is, we as parents look at our children, their mannerisms, their behavior, their body language, the way they respond to all the things that we expect of them on a day-to-day basis, and a lot of us assume that this is who they are. We typecast them. First of all, we lay a lot of unreasonable expectations on them in terms of being number one in everything they do: academics, sports, music, co-curricular activities, and all the other things, spelling bee, geography bee, and so on and so forth. So with that kind of unreasonable expectations, that every kid has to be number one in everything they do, we are introducing unnecessary stress and anxiety. And that's one reason why the kid feels to that they are drowning under this huge mountain of expectations. So my request to all the parents is, let us not expect them to be number one in everything they do, but give them the time and space to explore their own path. And now I recognize that sometimes they are way too young to recognize their own path. Siddharth is an exception here. He found this passion and his dad's guidance. They all came together. But all of us do not have the same setting, same environment, same situation. But that does not change the fact that every single kid has the same inherent potential. So what we really need to do as parents is believe in two things. I would like to use this time to share just two insights. And I'll be here to answer any questions later in the session. But two insights. A lot of us as parents worry a lot about our children, how they're going to turn out, will they be able to compete, will they get all the necessary skills and qualities and capabilities to be able to lead a stable life, a good job, and all those things. So all the time that we are thinking, we are putting the energy of thought, the feelings, the emotions behind that thought when it comes to worrying about our child. All of those thoughts, emotions, feelings, energy is all towards this should not happen, that should not happen. So it's more worry and negativity. Now I recognize that we as parents love our children the most in the world, more than anyone else. But the thought and feeling and emotion of worry by nature is a negative thought. Instead, if the same amount of energy that we spend in worrying about them, which is a negative thought, if we can shift that focus and pray for it, hope for their better future. So instead of worrying if my child is going to, get through this exam or get through that competition, if the same energy is put in how can the child get the best guidance, the best resources, the best support, the best motivation, that energy of our thought is going to bring together all these different resources, support, guidance, prayer, well wish, everything from community, from teachers, from everyone and everything in the nature and universe. So my first humble request to all parents is to shift the same amount of thought energy that we put in worrying about children to hoping and praying and wishing that they get all the support from everyone around them, including ourselves as parents. So that's number one. Second, there is something called the law of focus, and I teach this to all my students in all the workshops. The law of focus is very clear. It is a universal law of nature. So whether we know it or not, whether we understand it or not, whether we believe it or not, does not change the fact that that this is how the law works. What the law says is everything in the world is born twice. Everything in the world, in the universe, is born twice. First in the mental realm, and next in the physical realm. So anything that needs to be created in the physical world, anything that needs to be physically manifested in the physical world has to be first born in the mental realm. And that mental realm is where a child actually imagines, visualizes what he or she wants to become in life. So as a child, someone says, I want to be a cardiologist, I want to be a data scientist, I want to be a pianist, I want to be a basketball player, and so forth. And children also wish a lot of other things. As I grow up, I want to be an NBA player, I want to own a Maserati, and so forth. All of us also, as parents, have those dreams and aspirations and imagination for our children, that this is who we want them to turn out to be. So everything in the world is born twice, first in the mental realm, and the second manifestation of that happens in the physical realm. So the question is, does everything that comes in our mental realm, everything that we imagine, does it manifest every time in the physical world? The answer is no. Because the missing link between imagining it in the mental realm and for it to manifest in the physical realm, between the two, the bridge is conscious thinking and passionate feeling. So unless we consciously think our goals, of our aspirations, of our dreams, and we feel very, very passionately about it, unless these two things happen, conscious thinking and passionate feeling, the imagination in the mental realm will never manifest in the physical realm. So children, when they are young, they have this very active, pure, undiluted imagination about the kind of life they want to lead. But as parents, we have our own structure of thinking as to what my child should become. And that disconnection between what the child is visualizing, what the child is passionate about, and what we as parents think is good for them, that disconnect is where the conscious thinking and passionate feeling is lost. So unless we are very clear on what is it that we want, it's very difficult for it to manifest. So the law of focus suggests that first identify what is it that you want to become. And once you do that, focus on everyone that have been through that path, see their life, read the autobiographies of those people that have made it in those fields, the struggles that they went through, just the challenges they had to face. And if you look back in history, among the inventors, discoverers, explorers, scientists, reformers, leaders, great personalities of the world, the common element in all of these extremely successful personalities is the clarity in their vision, which is the mental realm, what they imagined, and the conscious thinking and passionate feeling in executing that dream into reality. So, as parents, if we understand these laws of nature and how the thought rules work, then we'll be able to support our child in realizing their inner potential, the magical genius that is inherent but dormant because they do not get the same kind of support, faith, and resources that nurture that belief. Now, again, I recognize that a lot of children are too young to even know what they want to become. But as parents, if we always present ourselves as being supportive and not dismissive, being available rather than resisting, being someone that believes in their skills and capabilities rather than just shutting them down right away, that, shut up, you're just 10-year-old, 12-year-old, you have a long way to go, you don't know what you're talking about, listen to us. These are the thoughts that stay with them in their subconscious mind, and that is what becomes their tendency. They always process those discouragements, resistances, and all of those other discouraging responses, which starts to kill that inner magical genius, which does not let their imagination blossom. So I know this is a short amount of time here, and it's a very deep and very profound insight, which requires a lot longer for us to really understand how do you really implement it in real life. But just to sum it up, two things. One, let us help our child keep that active imagination and create things in the mental realm. I'm sure even with Siddharth, before he became a data scientist in the real world, first, the thought of becoming a data scientist actually started in his mental realm. He saw that vision of what a data scientist can do. He saw his life as a data scientist, although blurry, but it started to evolve in the vision, in the mental realm. And then, because of that conscious thinking and passionate feeling, he got the support from his dad, from his teachers, from companies and community for that mental realm imagination to become a physical world reality. So let us play that active role as parents to help our child continue believing in the dreams, add that conscious thinking and passionate feeling to it through support, through being there for them, and all the emotion, the thought of worry, let's shift that to praying for them, hoping the best for them. Prayer is invisible but the greatest vibration in this universe. We never know, one single prayer once released in the universe will start to attract so many frequencies in our life, in our child's life, to manifest what the God or nature wants to express through our children. So as parents, if we can shift our thoughts and emotions and feelings of worry to encouragement, prayer, and support, and help our child continue their active imagination so we can help them realize their dreams into reality, I think that's the best value and the best support, best role we can provide to our children. Because after all, we are not the owners of our children, we are the custodians of our children that will help awaken their magical genius. So with that, I will stop here, and I welcome any questions any of you may have. I'm here to answer them.
Thanks a lot, Mohan Garu. Again, yeah, many. I am getting a lot of messages that can we have a separate call with Mohan Garu. They see a lot of value in your suggestions, and actually, like I never thought about inviting Mohan Garu, but once Siddharth started his talk, immediately I called Mohan Garu and I requested him to join. Thanks for immediately jumping on in that short notice, because I know many of us immediately after the call, you will go and start comparing your kids with Siddharth. You will say that, oh, Siddharth is doing that, you are not doing this, right? We all try to compare and we try to make them feel low. So that's what I thought Mohan Garu can share his experience, share his suggestions, like what we have to do as parents. And as you all are asking, so next week, next Sunday, we have a 3-hour session with Mohan Garu on how to control our mind, and we have that session. So all of you can join on the same link next Sunday, and it will be a great life-changing experience for everyone. And also, a few members are asking where they can buy your books, Mohan Garu.
Kishore Garu, I'll send you a link that you can share with everyone, and we'll make it available. Once they go and click on that link and order it.
Sure, Mohan Garu. Thank you. Thanks again, Mohan Garu, for immediately, like in 5 minutes, you immediately jumped onto the call. Yeah,
it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to see a young child blossom and show to the world what is possible. So, you wake me up in the middle of the night, I'll be extremely happy to be able to do this. Thank you for doing this short notice, and I will be happy to do a separate session just for parents on 7 parenting principles in a separate session, Kishore Guru.
Sure. Thank you, Mohan Garu. Again, back to Siddharth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, Siddharth, I know it is too late for you in India. And again, I'm getting a lot of questions and a lot of appreciations. Everybody is so happy. And yeah, I see a lot of maturity in you. So all the members are sending a lot of best wishes, blessings. So thanks again for taking time, Siddharth. And before we end the call, if you want to give a quick suggestion or you want to summarize how you want other kids to start doing something different.
Definitely. Here I want to give 2 messages to the kids and the parents. One, for the parents, try to give them first try to find their interest. You cannot expect something to be achieved big without the start of a dream. If you want to start your kid's dream, you have to find their interest. My suggestion to the parent is, make your kids try every single thing as possible. My dad tried me in karate, fighting, coding, and so many things, and that's one reason I ended up in here. Try to make your kids, try to make your kids do everything, like playing basketball, playing football. You never know what they are interested at until you make them do that thing. And once they have that interest, then they can start having a dream on what they want to do. Exactly what Mr. Mohan Garu said in their above message. In their first, it'll be stored in the mental room, which I really liked. And if with the start of a dream, we can actually proceed further. Then you have to give your kids, the parents have to give the kids entire support to support in the dream. And giving the support, finding interest will definitely lead your kids into a successful part of life. And for the kids, I'd say, if your parents upon your interest, and you have to never give up your dream. In situations like, sometimes you might get so many problems in which you might think, and this is not working, or I think I have to give up. Situations will come, but when there are at least many reasons you think you have to give up, I like this quote in which, if there are 100 reasons to give up, find one reason to hold on. If there are so many reasons in which you think you have to give up in your dream, you can at least find one reason in which you can say, I still want to hold on. So never give up in your dreams, even how worse life can get, because there's always another option available there. So with these messages,
Yeah, great message. Yeah. Yeah, thanks again, Mr. Raj and
yes, thank you.
Siddharth, for taking time, and we'll do more sessions. Thanks a lot, Raj, and thanks
Yeah,
for all
thank
the
you. Yeah,
Thank you.
encouragement to
thank you.
Siddharth, and he's an inspiration to all the kids, all the parents here. Definitely, even if one kid get inspired, then it is like valuable, right? Our time, all your time gets a lot of value, right? Out of this 300, 400 families who joined, even if one kid can get connect to it, can do something different, it is definitely a great achievement for all of us. So thanks again, everyone. Have a great Sunday. Be safe and stay blessed. Thank you,
Thank you.
Siddharth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wish you all the
Thank
best,
you, Kishore
and
garu.
yeah, you will achieve a lot more success with this maturity.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, Kishore.
Bye.
God bless you, Siddharth.
Thank you.